Greetings, explorers of ancient wisdom. Welcome back to the Caveman's Corner on the Jofa Corner channel, where we journey into the depths of history to unravel stories that resonate through time. Today's expedition will transport us back to the epoch of King Solomon, renowned for his extraordinary wisdom. Imagine, if you will, the ancient kingdom of Israel, under the rule of a king whose wisdom was sought after, not just by his subjects, but by leaders from distant lands. Picture a ruler whose sagacity was so profound that it has been immortalized in the annals of history and religious texts. Yes, fellow explorers, that is the remarkable figure of King Solomon, who we are about to get acquainted with. So, tighten your explorer's belt and ready your mind, for today we delve into the intriguing tale of King Solomon's wisdom. Grab your explorer's gear and let's embark on this enlightening journey. Our story begins with Solomon, ascending to the throne after his father, King David. The air was thick with anticipation and uncertainty. The young king, stepping into shoes larger than life itself, was acutely aware of the immense responsibility resting on his shoulders. Solomon's early reign was characterized by a deep sense of humility and reverence. He recognized his lack of experience and the enormity of the task ahead. He was now the shepherd of a nation, entrusted with the welfare of his people, their law and order, and the continuation of his father's legacy. In the quiet solitude of a dream, Solomon found himself in an extraordinary conversation with God. It was a pivotal moment that would come to define his reign and shape the course of history. God offered Solomon a gift, a rare opportunity to request anything he desired. For a young king, the possibilities were endless: vast wealth, invincible power, long life, victory over enemies. These were the usual desires of kings. But Solomon's request was far from ordinary. He did not ask for wealth or power. Instead, he asked for wisdom. He sought an understanding heart to judge his people, to discern between good and evil. It was an unusual choice, a testament to his character and a reflection of his priorities. His request for wisdom over wealth or power resonated with God. In response to Solomon's humble and selfless request, God granted him a wise and discerning heart, unmatched by any before or after him. But God also blessed him with what he had not asked for, both wealth and honor, promising that there would be no king like him during his life. Thus, Solomon embarked on his reign, armed not with might or wealth, but with divine wisdom. From that moment, his decisions, judgments, and actions were guided by a profound understanding and discernment that was divinely inspired. His wisdom would soon be put to the test, setting the stage for some of the most captivating tales of history. Now, let us journey to the heart of our story, to a day when Solomon's wisdom was put to a profound test. In the bustling city of Jerusalem, within the grandeur of the royal court, a curious dispute unfolded. Two women, both living under the same roof, each clutching a baby, sought the attention of the king. They spoke in hushed, desperate tones, their eyes filled with a mixture of hope and fear. Their predicament was unusual, to say the least. Each woman claimed the same baby as her own, each insisting that they were the rightful mother. The first woman, with tear-streaked cheeks, recounted her tale. She spoke of how they both had given birth within days of each other, but in the darkness of the night, the other woman's baby had tragically passed away. In her grief, the woman had allegedly switched the babies, taking the living child and leaving her with the deceased one. The second woman vehemently denied these allegations. She insisted that the living baby was indeed her own, that the first woman was trying to steal her child out of jealousy and grief. Their voices echoed through the court, a symphony of desperation and anguish, each woman fiercely protective of the child they believed to be their own. The court fell into a tense silence as the two women turned to Solomon, their eyes pleading for justice. The king, known far and wide for his divine wisdom, looked upon the women, his expression unreadable. The gravity of the situation was not lost on him. This was not a dispute about property or gold. This was a matter of a child's life, of a mother's love. With the court watching, the king was faced with an impossible decision, one that would put his divine wisdom to the ultimate test. In the face of this dilemma, Solomon made a shocking decision. The young king, his eyes steady and his voice firm, decreed that the baby be divided in two, with each woman receiving half. A gasp swept through the court, the spectators stunned at the audacity of Solomon's judgment. Imagine the horror and disbelief that must have washed over the two women. But amidst this chaos, the true depth of a mother's love came to light. The real mother of the baby, her heart aching at the thought of her child's impending doom, cried out. She would rather see her child given to the other woman than witness his death. The other woman, however, agreed to Solomon's decision, revealing her deceit and lack of genuine maternal affection. This moment was a revelation of the true identities of the women. The real mother's selfless love stood in stark contrast to the pretender's selfishness. And this was precisely what Solomon had intended. He had no intention of harming the child. His unconventional decision was a strategy, a test to evoke the raw, unadulterated emotions that would identify the true mother. King Solomon, in his wisdom, understood that a mother's love is selfless and protective. He knew that the real mother would never agree to a solution that would harm her child. His judgment, while seemingly cruel and shocking, was a masterful stroke of wisdom that illuminated the truth. In the end, Solomon handed the baby to the true mother, her tears of relief mingling with the awe-filled whispers of the court. The spectators, initially shocked, now marveled at the wisdom of their young king. His judgment had not only resolved a complex dispute, but also demonstrated the power of wisdom in discerning truth from falsehood. In this moment, Solomon revealed his verdict, shedding light on the true power of wisdom. His decision echoed through the ages, a testament to the profound wisdom of King Solomon, and a timeless reminder of the lengths a mother's love will go to protect her child. With his wisdom revealed, Solomon's fame spread far and wide. It was not merely the court of Israel that was astounded by this young king's profound wisdom. Word of his discerning judgment and deep understanding reached the farthest corners of the known world, and Solomon became a symbol of wisdom itself. His decision, in the case of the two mothers, marked a turning point in his reign. It was from this moment that his subjects, and indeed those beyond his kingdom, began to understand the true depth of Solomon's wisdom. His judgment was not based on might nor wealth, but on a profound understanding of human nature and a deep sense of justice. This was a wisdom that sought truth and fairness above all else. As his reputation grew, so did the prosperity of his kingdom. His wise and just rule fostered an era of peace and prosperity. His wisdom, however, extended beyond the realm of judgment. Solomon was known for his profound insights into life and the human condition, many of which were recorded in the Book of Proverbs, providing guidance and wisdom to countless generations to come. His legacy, therefore, is not confined to his time or his kingdom. The legacy of King Solomon's wisdom reverberates through the ages. It has been a source of inspiration for philosophers, a guide for rulers, and a beacon of wisdom for all who seek it. Solomon's wisdom reminds us that true insight and understanding come not from power or wealth, but from a deep understanding of the human condition and a commitment to justice. It teaches us that wisdom is not merely about knowledge, but about the ability to discern truth, to understand people, and to make decisions that are just and fair. And so the story of King Solomon's wisdom serves as a beacon, illuminating the power of wisdom over might or wealth. It is a testament to the enduring power of wisdom, a legacy that continues to inspire, guide, and enlighten us, even in the 21st century. As our exploration of King Solomon's wisdom comes to a close, we are left with a powerful lesson. We've journeyed through the annals of history, witnessing Solomon's ascension to the throne, his test of wisdom, and the legacy he left behind. We've seen a king who valued wisdom above all, a leader who saw justice not as a rigid law, but as a flexible tool for compassion. The story of King Solomon's wisdom reminds us about the essence of true leadership, one that is guided by wisdom, fairness, and understanding. It invites us to reflect on these qualities in our own lives, to be discerning, just, and wise in our personal and professional interactions. In the grand tapestry of history, King Solomon's wisdom stands as a beacon, illuminating the path for leaders and individuals alike. Thank you for joining me, the Caveman, in another riveting exploration of the past's treasures. If this journey resonated with you, remember to subscribe, ring the notification bell, and share this video with fellow seekers. Until our torches are lit again, keep delving into the depths of history.